guys, I hope all is well. So today I'm going to be doing another chit chat video. I'm going to be talking about all the things that I do when I'm feeling sad or stressed. I think in my previous videos I have said that I have anxiety, and that's because I tend to think and overthink everything. So here are 10 things that I found that helped me. So in my opinion, I think that you're allowed to have a bad day, because not every day is going to be like a happy-go-lucky day. So it's just better to just go through it, go through the emotions. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta scream, scream. Just go through it. If, however, I find myself in this mood much longer than I should, then that's where I know that I gotta take some action and try to encourage myself. So the first thing I like to do is clean my physical space. Really helps reduce my stress and my anxiety, because when you have like a clean environment, it feels much lighter and refreshing than opposed to if you have a dirty environment. There's always like this heaviness that's lingering around you, which does not help your mood whatsoever. And it also helps prevent pileups. It's really going to induce your stress because you know you're gonna have a lot more work to do. So cleaning your physical space is a must. I spend most of my time in my room, so every day I find myself doing a little bit of cleaning in my room, since it gets much more dirtier than the rest of the house. If it means putting away books that I've read night before, putting away little pieces of clothing, or even making up my bed. Anything simple as that really makes you feel productive, also like you're doing something for the day. So you're probably wondering like, okay, so if I'm feeling sad or I'm like not in the mood whatsoever, how am I going to be motivated enough to clean? This leads to my second tip, which is listening to upbeat music. Upbeat music for me is like an everyday go-to routine. It makes me feel good inside and outside, you know. It boosts my energy and it makes me ready for anything, basically anything. My favorite thing to listen to is Afrobeat. So this is like my hype playlist, y'all. You see, I gotta call too much vibes because there's just way too much vibes. I got Malik Berry, a lot of Malik Berry actually, because his music is fire. I got YC, Techno, Mr. Easy, Davido. Yeah, just a lot of good music in here. I even got Rotimi, which is Drake from Power. Like, he can sing. And the good thing, like I said, it also boosts my physical stimulation, you know, boosting my energy, which also leads to my third thing. The third thing I like to do is dance. I feel so free when I dance. It's like a really good release system for me, because it's like letting go all of that negative and pent-up emotion and kind of opening yourself to the positive. It really reduces my stress and anxiety, and it really lifts my spirit. And the good thing about it is anybody can dance. It may not feel like normal, it may not look normal, but anybody can dance. I mean, you might just have to adjust the music that you're dancing to so you won't be too off beat or whatever. But anybody can dance, you know, however your body is moving, just let it go, let it flow however it wants to. I guarantee that, you know, if you're having a bad day and you just have this one dance session, like everything else just does not matter anymore. I have the whole house to myself, so you can find me dancing all over this house, throughout this house. But before, I used to just lock myself in my room and have me a nice dance party by myself. I guarantee that it makes you feel so much better, so much happier for like no reason, but like it's a good thing.
Jeezy Dassa, 1998 vibes. Soft work. I know the pussy inside the hustle. I know the live, I go the hustle. I done the right, so now go buy the cars, so now go get the bus to come bust you. I know they leave the chance, I got to use the chance, I got to get the chance to come chance you. I go there give you, yeah, I go there give you, yeah, I go there give you plenty. Like me, you give you dirty. Me no go never please and tell you. This every feet, pelu. I no go lie, you never meet me, gon' You never meet me, I no go lie, you never meet me, gon' You never meet me, I don't pass plenty, yeah. I don't see plenty, yeah. I don't do many, I don't do plenty, I don't see plenty, yeah.
endorphins or those happy hormones, I guarantee that everything will be much better. And it's also a good workout too, which leads to my fourth thing. The fourth thing is working out. Again, this is also like a good release system for me because it's using all of that negative and pent up emotions and kind of converting that into my workout, which really boosts my energy and makes me ready for the day. This is why it's good to work out in the daytime and not the night, because you don't want to have too much energy right before bed. When I'm finished working out, I feel less tense and my self-esteem increases because it's like I'm one step closer to my fitness goal and I'm doing something to be healthy. I look good, I feel good. The fifth thing I like to do is do something for yourself, you know, spoil yourself. This could be like self-care, whether it's like a skincare routine or maybe even a shower routine. Do something with your hair. Sometimes I just catch myself just doing my nails. That by itself makes me feel really good. If you want, you can even go shopping, and that don't mean going out to stores and buying out the stores. Simply just buying one piece of clothing, one piece of item, or even buying yourself a treat. You know, it's good to spoil yourself, you know, you deserve that much. What I like to do specifically is just making myself a home cooked meal, something really special, something that I don't cook every day. You know, when I cook, I put my love into it. So it's like when I see the end product, I'm like, yes, I did that. And that really boosts my self-esteem also and boosts my self-love, you know, like I'm taking care of myself. So yeah, doing something for yourself I think is really recommended. The sixth thing I like to do is organizing and planning. Okay, this makes you feel really productive, like you got your life in order, but you don't really, but like, you know, still it's like taking control of the things that you have control of rather than dwelling on the things that you can't and cannot change. It makes you feel prepared, like you have everything there that you need to do step by step, maybe things that you know you need to do to reach a goal. I think organizing and planning is really helpful, and I recently started doing this, you know, as I'm living by myself now. It's really helpful and makes me feel really productive. So here I just have like some hair stuff that I might need. I got vegan recipes, degrees that I like to take up. I even planned this video because I never really plan my videos. I got Trinity traffic notes because I didn't really understand it when I first came. I got grocery stuff, more facial and body product stuff that I might need, and I started tracking my period. So the seventh thing I like to do is writing and journaling. So writing and journaling is also like a good release system for me, you know, to just write out all my emotions on a piece of paper or onto my laptop. It's a good way to kind of clear up my mental space because sometimes my mind is on overdrive, okay? It thinks about so much all at once and everything just gets so disoriented. So it's just best for me to kind of write those out on paper, on my computer, like I said, and sometimes it turns out so beautiful. Like my emotion turns out to be something so beautiful, something so amazing. So if you guys don't know, I actually have my own blog. It's actually one of the first things that I started like a while back, probably like 2017. But basically it's just about all my experiences in life and also just things that I felt like writing. Maybe things that I've been dealing with or just my emotions. And again, I have said that I place myself in situations, so that's like a good writing technique for me. So if you guys want to check that out, as you can see, it's called Extraordinary Girl. When you type it in Google, you might have to type Extraordinary Girl and Wix because that is the site itself. So yeah, feel free to check it out if you want to. Even sometimes, like, I'm able to solve my own issues when I look at the paper and I read everything step by step. I am able to put pieces together and even answer and solve my own issues. So writing and journaling, I think, is something that you should incorporate daily. The eighth thing I like to do is indulge in movies and books. This is like my favorite thing to do. It's like my favorite hobby. movies and books is everything. It's like a good distraction for me because it prevents me from thinking too much or overthinking anything. It's a good distraction from my own thoughts. It puts me in a different headspace for a while, and it really enhances my creative flow. You know, I like thrillers, I like fictional movies or characters, books even. Nothing that is too realistic, because sometimes I tend to kind of put myself into that situation. Like I spoke about this in another video in my past where I put myself in another situation, but it's even worse when especially I can relate. So I try to stay away from things like romance movies nowadays. I tend to kind of draw more to comedies. I didn't like comedies back in the day only because I feel like the jokes were really cheesy or cliche. But I like a few of them now. Indulging in movies and books, a good distraction for me. The ninth thing I like to do is just be grateful in the moment for all the things that I have, all the things that you might have worked hard for, all the things that you've achieved, or maybe it was just like a fortunate situation or a gesture from others. Like just being grateful in that moment for all the things that surrounds you, you know, being grateful for your loved ones. I think that, you know, sometimes we kind of be so caught up in our own issues that we sometimes forget that there's so much to be grateful for, so much joy that we can have because we have things that other people do not have, you know. So just taking that time to just kind of stop for a moment and just kind of think about everything. And sometimes I like to reach out to other persons, you know, whether it's talking to them and asking them how they are going or doing something for them. You know, it makes you feel good inside knowing that you can do something for someone else and help them and put a smile on their face. So number 9 is like, you know, one of the main things I think that really changes my mood, make me feel grateful and happy. Now the last thing I like to do is meditation and prayer. Okay, so these two, I was taught that these two go hand in hand, but they're also different. Because when you pray, you're doing most of the talking, most of the requests. But when you're meditating, you're listening. Okay, it's a moment of silence, a moment to kind of try to find your way to God. Okay, so I pray every morning, every night, you know, but right after I pray in the morning or right after breakfast, I try to meditate. It kind of works out well because the night before, you know, you're praying, you talk to God, you request what you want to request, and then in the morning, you know, you kind of take that moment of silence and try to listen. This kind of motivates me for the rest of the day, makes me feel good, really calms me. So for the rest of the day, I'm just feeling really good. So here is just one of my morning sessions. You know, I gotta put myself in a state of mind with the power stick. And yeah, I just basically just stay there and meditate in silence for like 10 minutes. I started saying these 3 phrases randomly. That is, Jehovah cleanse me, Jehovah love me, and Jehovah guide me. So if you see me talking, that's basically what I was doing, and I have no idea why. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If these tips are helpful to you, please let me know down below. Or if you have something to add, also put that down below. These are the things that I've realized over time that I do every day, every other day, that really helps me with my mood problems, because I do think that I can be really moody. I don't really like to use that word because, you know, guys like to say that girls are quite moody, but I guess it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, deuces.